Previously on Big Brother, Roddy became the third head of household
Roddy is definitely one of the major players in the game.
and nominated Amy and Marcellus for eviction.
I've put you up simply because I know that you're a vote for Amy.
While Marcellus worried that he might be more than just a pawn to get Amy out,
Everybody puts up the decoy, and the decoy ends up leaving. Lori's gone. Tanya's gone.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Amy felt the nomination was a cold slap in the face.
It hurt my feelings because you're the person that nominated me.
Both knew that the power of veto was the only thing that could save them.
I'm going to get the veto. I'm going to veto Amy.
But Eric won the coveted medallion
The power of veto goes to E-Man.
and chose to stay loyal to his alliance with Roddy,
I have decided not to use the power of veto.
leaving Marcellus and Amy desperate to secure their places in the house.
Dead man walking. I'm toast, Amy. I'm toast.
That's it.
Dead couple walking.
Who will be the third house guest evicted from the Big Brother house? Find out tonight, live on Big Brother 3.
Good evening and welcome to Big Brother 3. It is day 27 inside the Big Brother house behind me. There are now 10 house guests. Last Thursday, Roddy, the writer from New Jersey, won head of household, shifting the power back to the couples alliance. On Friday, Roddy revealed his plan to get rid of Amy, the real estate appraiser from Memphis, Tennessee. He told the Southern Belle it was time for her to go, rendering her greatest ally, Marcellus, helpless by putting the fashion stylist from Chicago up alongside her. When Eric, the firefighter from Milford, Connecticut, won the power of veto, he chose not to use it, and tonight, the nominees stand as is. In the next hour, either Marcellus or Amy will be evicted, and later, we'll find out who will succeed Roddy as the next head of household. In the meantime, a lot has been happening in the Big Brother house as the two friends prepare for eviction. By a very close vote of 5-4, Lori, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Very well.
You know, the past two people that have left this house were quote-unquote decoys.
Tanya, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
We were supposed to be going after someone else, and the decoy was put up because everyone thought they were untouchable, and they're sitting at home. And the people we were out to get are still here.
I have nominated Amy and Marcellus. Marcellus, I've put you up simply because I know that you're a vote for Amy. I think it's Amy's time to go.
Why me? I'm just cute, and I'm walking around them all like sweetness and light, and I keep getting nominated, and I don't know why my reward for everything is like being on the block.
It's pretty much set up that I walk out of here unanimous. That's cruel and tacky. It hurts my feelings. But at the same time, I know that it's not meant maliciously, and it's not cruel, and it's not because everybody hates me, but that's the way it's going to appear. I know it would just be really nice if I could have something.
Do I have any fears about Amy saying she doesn't want to be unanimously voted out? I'm not going to campaign against you. I'm not going to campaign against you. No.
I am used to getting exactly what I want. There's nothing that I can remember wanting that I haven't gotten. Call me Veruca Salt. Everything I've wanted, I've gotten. Tomorrow's Vote Amy Off Day. Vote for Amy. I know y'all are all going to anyway. Very important. I have a very important date Thursday night.
The longer that girl stays, the more she gets on my nerves.
I don't think it's going to be unanimous because I don't think there's a way in hell that Josh would vote for me anyway.
You'd be surprised.
That's all I want, is that one vote. That's really all I want.
If anyone in this house is going to give Amy a vote, it could possibly be Josh, maybe?
I'm doing it. Let me start something.
Yes, I love it. That's the old Joshy.
She doesn't want to go out in a clean sweep.
What would really make a difference? You don't have to go home.
But, yeah,
If it's one person that votes for Amy to stay in, and we find out that that one person is Josh, then, of course, there's going to be repercussions.
he thinks like he's going to like get his own little troop together because I think Josh is voting for Amy.
Even though you made him swear.
And I got the feeling that Danny said the same thing to her. The thing is, you break up those couples like that, nobody's attached anywhere.
Exactly.
I don't trust him as an ally.
Mm-mm. I can't believe how beautiful you are.
It's very important that this vote go down, too. I'm really concerned that it'll end up that I go instead of Amy, because we've seen that 3 times. Twice. I'd be the third.
Danielle has said that she won't vote against me. Jason has said that he won't vote against me. I don't believe that Jerry will vote against me.
Marcellus is not as big a supporter of yours as you think.
I'm sorry that I've been moody and bawling in recent hours. Marcellus hurt my feelings. It just bothers me because he's like, why are you so selfish? Why don't you just want to sacrifice yourself for somebody else? And I'm like, well, why are you so selfish that you can't give up 1 vote when you know you're staying in the house anyway?
She's out there right now. Now she's saying that I don't even want her to have 1 vote.
You gonna talk to her? You ever heard of the terminology nip it in the bud? We're gonna nip it in the bud. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that you don't think Marcellus wants you to have any 1 vote?
No.
Okay, Amy, listen to this. If any one person in this house wanted to vote for you, they could.
I know that.
So don't run around here playing martyr.
I'm not playing martyr, and Marcellus has nothing to do with you.
You sat outside at that table just now and said he does not want me to have even 1 vote. And that is a lie. I have held your hand, given you counsel, bent over backwards to be your friend, even to my own derision, which puts me in this position now. So please forgive me if I don't want the door to be open at all to the possibility that I could be voted out of this house. I have not done that. You did.
No, I didn't.
You did. I don't care if you meant to, you did.
I'm not stabbing you in the back.
Whatever, Amy. You have been the one running around here playing this card and playing it hard.
Marcellus, I don't want to stay here.
Then what are you talking about? I have not campaigned against you.
I know
and
that.
I don't know what this unanimous vote
But I
and why
haven't
you're playing
campaigned
that
against
game.
you, and I'm not trying to play anything. I've tried to talk, Marcellus. I've tried to make you understand this. I've tried. There's no way that I would ever campaign against you or stab you in the
Amy,
back.
you
That's
did.
not what
You
it's
did.
about.
Now, if they want to get rid of me, they can. And they can put it under the guise of sympathy for her. But I do want to stay.
Let's see how the house guests are doing tonight. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing?
What's going on?
Everyone got dressed for the occasion except for Josh, I see.
Hey, I'm dressed.
Not compared to last week. I want to start out by asking Marcellus a question. Have you and Amy... Hi, Marcellus. Have you and Amy mended fences since your argument the other night?
Oh. See, I knew this was coming.
I asked Marcellus first.
Okay.
Yes,
Marcellus?
we have. That was a momentary glitch. That was nothing. That was... I think that was an error in film or something.
Oh.
Different show. Last year's cast.
Amy, what were you going to say?
Editing. We didn't have a fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Editing.
There were no cuts. I will leave it at that. So you guys are friends again. You guys are friends again.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
All right.
Yes, Suzanne and Anthony.
Moving along, Josh.
Yeah.
Judging by your reaction last week, you really didn't think you would be sitting here tonight, did you?
No, I mean, last week, the reactions, I wasn't sure if it was based on merit or popularity or why I was really put up. So when I was here at the end, I was truly shocked.
Well, how did it feel going through this past week, still being in the house?
Woo! Is how it felt. Living on borrowed time.
I think your fire insurance line must have worked.
Yeah, it did. I'm all about it. You don't mess with a Jew. That's all I say.
I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm gonna move on to Eric.
That's what I figured.
Eric.
Hey.
Hello. You're so happy I called on you.
This is officially the first time that you've said my name on the air. I'd just like to thank you. I'm officially on the show.
Well, I did hear that you were in the house kind of feeling neglected.
Yeah, kinda. Come on.
Well, I want to ask you, once you had the power of veto, how difficult was it for you to decide not to use it?
Well, let me tell you something about Vito. Vito was not pulling his weight here. He wasn't doing the chores. Vito had to go.
Come on, Eric.
All right, Vito.
How difficult was it for you to decide not to exercise that power you won?
All right, guys.
Settle down, Beavis. Thank you. Eric, go ahead.
It was more of a strategy move than it was anything personal on
Yeah, 'cause I know
of a
you would've
personal
saved
feeling
me.
anyone else.
You love
Excuse me?
I know you would have saved me.
Anyways, no. Yeah, it was a strategy move on my own. Really, yeah. I'll leave it at that. Anything else?
That's not what you said in your sleep.
Oh.
Actually, Eric.
What was that, Julie?
You have become infamous for being a man of many words in your sleep.
I didn't know you were sleeping with Julie.
Now, well, I could ask this next question to just about anyone, but maybe I'll just ask Lisa, because I think you're within the closest earshot.
Okay.
What's the most interesting thing you've heard Eric say while he's sleeping?
I think it was last night. He serenaded me with some reggae and didn't remember it this morning. So I found that quite entertaining. Thank you.
I got issues, Julie.
My favorite was the Nadia Comaneci ambidextrous line. You don't even remember. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to move on to Jerry. Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
As a school teacher, what would you want your students to learn from your experience in the house?
Can't we all just get along? Basically, it's about getting along. Everyone holding their own weight. Not letting personal issues get in the way of friendships.
Okay.
And especially with Amy and Marcellus, if you have an issue and you break apart, you can always come back together again.
Well said. Thank you, Jerry. Marcellus and Amy, I'll be back to talk to both of you a little bit later.
Okay, thank you. Put that off as long as you like, Julie.
Still ahead, they're two very different people with very different backgrounds. So why have Amy and Marcellus become so inseparable? We'll talk to the people who know them best. But first, tonight is eviction night. Of the 10 house guests remaining, 7 cast their votes to evict. The 2 nominees, Amy and Marcellus, are not permitted to vote, nor is Roddy the head of household. All votes are cast in secret in the diary room. Kiara and Eric are first to go in. Let's hear their thoughts as they prepare to vote.
I believe Marcellus should stay in the house because he has been nothing but kind and he has played the game fair. I think Amy should go because she's not really a team player when you need to be. She came in here thinking that possibly the way she was would help her when obviously it hurt her.
Everyone's got their flaws, and I think Amy even knows what her flaws are. What can I say about Marcellus? He's very mysterious when it comes to how he really feels. He's kind of in with everybody. He's definitely a wild card.
Welcome back to Big Brother 3. They've become the best of friends inside the house, laughing, gossiping, even crying together. And tonight, Marcellus and Amy are together again, this time on the nomination block, facing possible eviction from the house. In the beginning, they seemed an unlikely couple, but their friendship is no surprise to Marcellus's mother, Clarice, and Amy's close friend, Angela.
Yes! Amy and I met about 5 years ago, and we've been like best friends ever since. Amy Cruz is a trip. She is the biggest princess you've ever met.
Come on, Marcellus, I gotta paint my nails after we do this.
Yes, Missy Amy, I'm coming right now.
She defines Southern Belle.
The event we've all been waiting for, the Mr. Big Brother 3 pageant.
She's annoying at times. But you gotta love her because she's Amy. She's always herself. In a perfect world, if Amy was in the house with all guys, she could definitely outsmart them and win. It's these girls that are getting in her way. One of the things I'm most proud about Amy is she's sticking to her morals. She doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. Like when the girls were all showering together.
Amy,
You want to get their
Amy, do you want to get in? Do you want to get in with us?
No, I'm fine. I'm going to play for
You sure? Yeah, y'all have fun. All right.
I don't think it's strange at all that Amy and Marcellus are like best friends. He would be my best friend too, just because he's the most genuine person I think in the house. And plus he's funny.
Are you sure you ain't black under there?
We relate on so many levels. It's like we have an air of superiority because when we're out in our outside lives, we don't hang out with people like this.
He's my favorite besides Amy.
Oh my gosh, Marcellus!
Marcellus and Amy, they are the oddballs in the house. And oddballs does stick together. I am Marcellus's mommy, and he is my pride and joy. Marcellus is a clean person. Marcellus loves his white bathrobe. He can't do without that white bathrobe. That's like his security blanket. You know, everything is white on Marcellus. You know, white undies, white T-shirt. When Marcellus came out and told me that he was a homosexual, I was saddened by the choice that he made. You teach them to be a good child, you know, but you don't know what they would be.
My mother actually married a minister, and she decided that my sexuality was a sin.
And we know that the world has a way and God has a way.
If there had been any way that I could have changed who I was, that I could have said, you know what, I'm not gay anymore, I would have done it. It was like losing my best friend. My sexuality is such a small part of who I am, and I certainly would hope that the defining thing about me would not be the fact that I am a homosexual male.
He wrote me a letter, and he said, Mommy, it doesn't matter whether I'm right or you're right. It doesn't, because we love each other.
She called me one day and she said that she missed me, and she said she missed her baby, and it was almost like a miracle.
People will say, oh, she's got a faggot for a son, she's got a sissy for a son, she's got a fruity for a son. But it just still goes back to, that's my son and I love him. Marcellus has been doing great on this show. Marcellus is not a failure. He does not like to fail at anything.
It's been a tough week for both Amy and Marcellus. Let's talk to them again and see how they're doing. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
again.
Amy.
As promised, now I just want to focus on Amy and Marcellus. Now, the two of you have become very, very close during your time together in the house. So how did it feel this past week to be nominated for eviction against each other? Marcellus?
It wasn't the happiest moment of my time here. But, you know, everything is for a reason, so.
Were you bitter about it?
Not toward each other.
No.
Oh, Amy, would you want to elaborate on how you felt about being nominated?
No, I'm not bitter about it at all. Like Marcellus said, everything happens for a reason, and this was just something that had to happen.
Did it cause a wedge in your friendship? I mean, that fight tells me yes.
Okay, no. The fight was all of 5 minutes of a whole month together, and, you know, we've had a wonderful time. I've had a wonderful time with everyone, and that fight lasted all of 5 minutes. And I know that it was probably made into a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal between us. It lasted for 5 minutes, and it was over.
Amy, you looked really hurt when Marcellus was...
That's because I haven't cried in a whole month.
When Marcellus was being angry black man?
Yes,
I didn't say that I was
going
going to see screaming at you.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Final
and he
word.
regrets everything he said on national television tonight.
You do, right, Marcellus?
Yes, I do. I regret that
exchange?
that happened.
Yes.
Okay.
But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and it was necessary.
It was necessary. We're fine.
Okay. Final words to the group tonight individually. Amy, why don't you go first?
Yes, I said all of the mushy stuff during my roast the other night, but a month ago I strutted in here with my nails perfectly manicured and my nose stuck straight up in the air. And since then I have laughed, I have cried, I have loved, and I've made a complete fool of myself on numerous occasions. And tonight I will walk out of here a better person. With my nails still perfectly manicured, and more appreciative of others, and with a more open and accepting heart, and I have all of you to thank for that. I feel very blessed to have been a part of this. And in closing, before I turn this over to my very own Anthony Bouvier, destiny struggles to reassert the pattern that was meant to be, and sometimes, happily, it succeeds.
Wow. Nice.
Wow. Okay, Marcellus, I think Amy took up most of your time, but Marcellus, what are your final words to the group tonight?
Follow
in
that.
brief, please.
Okay, I'll be really brief. Brief.
That's brief. You want me to take it? Are you speechless? If you want,
I
I'll
just
leave.
want to say, you know, I'm so happy and proud to have been a part of this whole thing. I want to thank everybody in this room, because just by knowing you, I feel that my life has been enriched. I would be very sad to go, but it does make me happy knowing that I'll see you guys again. And we share something very special, and we'll always be a part of each other's lives, and you know that, and I'll see you outside.
Nice job. Nice job, Marcellus. Thank you, everyone. And I'll check back with everyone in just a little bit. Ever since using the power of veto in week 1, Jerry has found himself alienated from the rest of the house. But could things be changing for him? We'll find out next. But first, who will leave the Big Brother house tonight? 7 house guests vote to evict. Let's check out the diary room and find out what Jerry and Danielle are thinking as they prepare to vote.
Amy, when she first came into the house, was very into herself. Although people consider her to be very cold and very shallow, Amy has a tender side about her. Marcellus is very, very entertaining. The only problem with Marcellus is that people are concerned with his where he's aligning himself.
Amy is a sweet, delightful young lady. She is the epitome to me of Southern belle. I enjoy her wit, I enjoy her company. What ultimately factored into my decision is which one of the 2 nominees is the strongest ally for me within the house.
Welcome back to Eviction Night here on Big Brother 3. In just a few minutes, either Amy or Marcellus will be evicted from the house. But there's another person who has narrowly escaped being in this position. Jerry, the school teacher from Shadow Hills, California, has somehow managed to dodge nomination since he angered most of his housemates in week 1. Now, his fortune seems to be changing. Is Jerry back in the game, or is he simply being played?
Jerry's more or less the outsider because of what he pulled week 1.
I say we get Marcellus out.
There was an alliance of 6.
This is like an orgasm. I'm telling you, this is it. 6 weeks. This is the 6, guys.
Have to do with that. Jerry decided to go against his word, go against the alliance.
Marcellus, I'm going to veto your nomination. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
And backstabbed all of us. I do not like Jerry now. Jerry is on my hit list.
All Jerry did was write himself a ticket home.
You got something ready to be wrong?
Your neck. And I don't trust Jerry as far as I can throw him. Your word is your word.
He just sold everybody out real quick, right? Week 1. So it's like, all right, how do you don't even know the guy yet, and he's already screwed you, so you can't trust him, obviously.
It is hard being ostracized. You want to be part of the group. I think being an outsider can be an advantage in that I'm a wild card that can be played in a coalition that gets set up.
All right. If I keep you off the list, you owe me one?
I owe you one.
Well, I made a deal with Jerry because I could make a deal with Jerry. It made sense to him, and so we decided to make each other safe.
I'm thinking now it's in my own best interest to mend fences with Josh. I'm not gonna put you up. If I get it, I think I owe you at least that much.
And I think I pretty much owe you the same, to be honest with you. I think I've expressed that.
After looking at the numbers, Josh and I have realized that we are better working together than against each other. And I told him unequivocally that if I happen to become head of household next week, that I will not put him up.
If you want to call it a deal right now, I will honestly make that deal. I'm a marked man between you and me.
Oh, come on, so am I. I'd vote to evict him if it was in my best interest. He could be more useful to me as a temporary ally. You know, in chess, you're trying to think 2 or 3 moves ahead, but you better be aware of where you are right at the moment.
Don't put me on this, Jerry. You give me your word, I'm giving you my word.
I won't. But I can understand why you wouldn't trust me.
The agreement that I made with Jerry came about pure and simple survival.
Well, there is a chance that Jerry's smarter than give him credit for.
So tell me. Marcellus, what shall we do?
Jerry realizes that I can help him, and he can help me.
I mean, you know, if the Gang of 4 gets control of the game, it's over. And it's just a matter of being weeded out one by one. I think people underestimate me.
You know, Jerry is Jerry.
Oh,
He's a good guy. He means well. He's a little strange.
When we met, my primary tactic is to maintain my, my friendly edge with everybody.
We don't view him as a threat, but as we try to pick each other off, he stays, and the next thing you know, bam, we're out, he's in.
I absolutely can win this game. Check. That's it.
On his last day as head of household, Roddy is sitting alone in his private room. Let's see what he's got to say. Hey, Roddy.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Just a reminder now, the other house guests cannot hear our conversation, so you can speak candidly, okay?
Okay.
Great. Now, the other night, you had a heart-to-heart talk with Amy where she basically agreed with you that she is selfish. Did that talk make you regret nominating her?
That talk did make me regret nominating Amy. Amy really was sheltered in the beginning, and she was standoffish, and to the point where she wouldn't even accept kindness. And for her to come out and tell me that she made a big mistake and she regrets it made me kind of, pull the old heartstrings, and I wish she wasn't on the block right now.
Okay. You and Kiara seem to have developed a very close relationship inside this house. Do you think this romance will continue outside the house?
My relationship with Kiara is intense and it's fun, and I really enjoy her time. I could really see spending time with her after this house, as with almost everybody else on this show, but she's
on a romantic level?
You know, we've only known each other for a month. I mean, I do care about her, and I'm interested, and I flirt with her left and right. But on a romantic level, I don't want to see into the future. I think there's a good chance of it, but to say it definitively...
You're such a diplomat. I'm going to let you off the hook and let you go rejoin your housemates in the living room. Thank you, Roddy.
Thank you.
Dodge that one. Will Roddy's original plan to rid the house of Amy work out, or will Marcellus's worst fear come true? We'll find out next. But first, one last check in the diary room as Jason, Lisa, and Josh prepare to vote.
Marcellus was a person that was a little difficult to get to know. You tend to be a little bit afraid of a person like that because they may be a loose cannon. People don't know exactly where to put him, who he's aligning himself with, and I guess that can be a negative thing in this house.
One of the things I don't like about Marcellus is he could be annoying as hell, and he's so cranky, and it just makes me sick. One of the things I really enjoy about Amy is the fact that I really feel like I can trust her. She would be a very beneficial troublemaker in this house for me, and would certainly be a person to have in my corner and someone I know who wouldn't scum me.
Speaking from a strategy point of view, I believe it would be good for the girls if Marcellus went sooner than later.
Welcome back. The third eviction is just minutes away. Tonight on the chopping block, Marcellus and Amy, two people who have previously been nominated and managed to escape eviction. It's time to find out who will be the next to leave. House guests, the wait is over.
Yay, Bucky!
Now, just a reminder, when I reveal the results of the vote, the evicted house guest will need to say goodbye, say it quickly, then gather his or her belongings and walk out the front door.
Yes, I'm aware. Thank you.
Here we go. By a vote of 7-0, Amy, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Okay. Like I didn't know this already.
Let's take her over to the door.
Marcellus!
It's my turn to go.
I gotta go. They're gonna hate me. Call me when they kick you out, honey.
Bring her over here, guys, so we can all get a little something.
I'm coming. Jason's like, come on, Amy.
It's going to be your little escort.
You gotta get out now. I'm running.
Glasses on. I love you.
Remember, Big Brother,
We're gonna
I
listen
can't
for Bucky.
run.
Remember to yell Bucky really loud.
I love you. Take care, honey.
I will. Bye, everybody in.
Bye, Amy.
I know they hate me.
Bye. No, you're fast. You're quick.
Bye. I know, Jason. You're my clock, honey.
Right here, Beth.
Oh, thank you. Remember, with style.
What's style, Amy?
I hear you. If I can carry this bag, it'll be just fine.
Oh, you look
Bye,
great.
all. I'm going to
Bye.
eat sushi and
Bye.
listen to music.
Open this. Don't.
Hi, Amy. Nice to see
Hi,
you in
you
person.
too.
Go ahead and put your bag down there. And come follow me. Take a seat. Get comfortable.
You know how this feels. It's the one feeling I can relate with you.
You didn't.
I was
curious.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. I'm so excited.
What's your reaction?
I knew this was coming. We had all discussed it. So it was no surprise to me.
You sure did. I mean, from the moment I talked to you guys, you were answering every question like, oh, I'll be there in a minute type of thing, you know, like, okay.
We had kind of a little going away party for me the other night. It was like a roast, and everyone went around the room and made comments and talked about me, so it was great.
But you're being so happy about it. Is this just a cover?
No, it's not, because I'm a firm believer in that everything happens for a reason. And when I came on the show, I thought that Marcellus kept telling me, there's a deeper reason that you're here. And I kept saying, no, I just wanted to be on television. And last week, through this nomination and through a very long conversation with Roddy, I figured out my whole reason for being here. And I've learned some just some extremely important lessons about life that I needed to learn.
But then we heard you on tape saying, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go.
That was then.
Okay, so you
that
changed
was
your
then.
mind. I want to talk about your relationship with Kiara.
Okay.
You are not the closest of friends. What was your issue with Kiara?
We made up at the end, but my issue with, I'm just not used to being around people like Kiara. She's very different from myself. We have very little in common. And, you know, just from the beginning, she didn't come across to me as a person with a great deal of self-respect, and so I had a problem respecting her. But we, you know, I realized through all of this that everyone's different, and we made up.
Even though you were voted out by your housemates, you did bring a lot of life to the house, and that did not go unrecognized.
No, it didn't.
And your housemates each taped a special message for you in the event you were evicted.
Oh, no, I will
So
cry.
let's listen.
Okay.
Let's listen right over here.
I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry.
Amy, my dear, first thing, give Becky a kiss for me.
You've been truly a ray of light.
I couldn't be prouder of you if I was your own father.
You're a very sweet person. You take a lot of things not so seriously, and I think that's what I like about you.
I look forward to seeing you and having barbecue in Memphis.
I mean, I'm going to miss you a lot. The house is going to be much different without you.
And remember, honey, let the shield come down a little bit so you can let all that love in.
I forgive you for anything bad you've ever said about Elvis, and you are truly missed in this house, and I love you.
I think you're magnificent. Your dismissal from here shall be avenged.
Whoa. Final thoughts?
Yeah, you know, that's a big issue for me because I come from a very cruel little town, and not Memphis, but my hometown. And so, you know, I know that my leaving was not malicious. I know that no one in, you know, none of the other house guests hate me. I mean, it was a very wonderful departure. Okay. And that's my favorite part about it. You know, I knew that I was going, I was prepared for it, and it was great.
You'll be fine.
Oh, yes.
This is not goodbye. We'll see you in September.
Oh, I know.
When the jury votes on who will win Big Brother 3.
Yes, I know. I've already been thinking about shopping for that dress. So.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Stay tuned as we crown a new head of household. The live competition is next. It is the ultimate position of power in the Big Brother house. Each week, the head of household gets to nominate 2 people for eviction. Let's find out who will be the next head of household. House guests, the power is up for grabs. Tonight's competition is called Face Off. Roddy, as outgoing head of household, you are not eligible to compete this week. Now, you've all been given paddles with the faces of Lori, Tanya, and Amy, the 3 people who have been evicted from the house, plus Roddy, the current head of household, and a paddle with an X on it. Now, I'll ask a series of questions that may apply to these 4 people. Raise the face that correctly answers each question and hold it in front of your face. If the answer is none of the above, raise the paddle with the X on it. If you're correct, you stay in the game. If you're wrong, I'll ask you to please join Roddy on the side. Now, the last person standing will be crowned this week's head of household. Is everyone clear?
Yes.
Let's begin. According to answers given on the questionnaires you all filled out prior to going in the house, who said that if trapped on a desert island, they would want a bikini and a manicure set? Answers, please. The correct answer is Tanya. And it looks like every single one of you got it right. Okay, you can put your paddles down. Next question. Who lists REO Speedwagon as one of their favorite artists? Answers, please. The correct answer is Lori. Jason, you're out. Marcellus, you're in. Kiara, out. Josh, in. Danielle, out. Eric, in. Lisa, out. Jerry stays in the game. Thank you for joining Roddy on the side. Next question. Who has a daughter named Cody? Answers, please. The correct answer is X, none of the above. Tanya has a son named Cody. Everyone got it right. Everyone stays in the game. Next question. Who lists a gun as one of the items they would want on a deserted island? Answers, please. correct answer is Amy. It looks like everyone got it right. Let me see, there's a little glare on Jerry. Yes, you do have, okay, everyone got it right. Everyone stays in the game. Next question. Who lists Scarface as their favorite movie and Al Pacino as their favorite actor? Answers, please. Jerry, I need an answer. The correct answer is Laurie. Everyone got it wrong, so everyone stays in the game. Moving on. Who said their least favorite animal is humans? Answers, please. I need an answer, Marcellus. The correct answer is Roddy. Marcellus and Josh, please join the others on the side. Now it's down to Eric and Jerry. Next question. Who said their dream job was to be a motivational speaker and their favorite book was Who Moved My Cheese? Answers, please. The correct answer is Laurie. Both of you got it wrong. Both of you stay in the game. Next question. Who listed their height as 5 feet 4 inches? Answers, please. Correct answer is Tanya. Both got it right, both in the game. Moving on. Who lists Playboy as one of their favorite magazines? Answers, please. Correct answer is Tanya. You both got it wrong. Both still in the game, but we're going to move on to the tiebreaker question. Now, in this case, the answer will be a number. Please pick up your board and your markers and write your answer. And when you write it, please write it big. The person who comes closest to the actual number without going over wins. What is the combined height in inches of the 3 evicted house guests? I need you guys to finish up your math. Hold up your answer, please. Eric. The correct answer is 194 inches total. We do have a new head of household. Jerry, congratulations. You are the new head of household. Your private bedroom awaits you. You can get your key from Ronnie. Thank you, everyone.